Maverick 100.9. You just heard the latest from Jacob Stelly, and make a little room for me. I feel like I would always make room for you, Jacob.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad somebody will.
Well, it looks like the Chilifest made some room for you as well.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when we talk about that, we have to backtrack just a little bit because I know this is just as fresh in your mind as it is mine. Chilifest 2020 was supposed to be your first performance there, and it was supposed to be my first time hosting.
Oh, yeah.
And it all got ripped out from under us literally days before the event. And I still remember that heartbreak to this day.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And at the time we were going to play, I guess Chilifest had made 2 stages.
Yeah,
so we
it was like
be...
you weren't going to be on the main stage. You were going to be on this little stage.
Right. Which was still super exciting at the time. And I was like super, super stoked about it. Yeah, no, and I do remember that like it was yesterday, them saying that they weren't doing it anymore, and then everybody being really bummed out. And I was really upset. I was like, dang, I'm never gonna get to play at Chilifest again. and then yeah, and then here we are. You know, it's really nice, full circle all the way around. Except this time we get to play main stage, so that's exciting.
That is. And so as an artist who has never played Chilifest, this is funny how this question kind of works. Because normally, like last year, I talked to Flatland Cavalry and Randy Rogers, and they had tons of Chilifest stories. And I always love to ask the artist, what is your favorite Chilifest story? But you probably have Chilifest stories, not as an artist, but as a student.
Oh, yeah. I have so many Chilifest stories. Never in connection with any live music whatsoever, but, you know, all the other festivities for sure.
Now, you were in a fraternity yourself, right? So did you do like the builds and stuff?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was in OLAGs at A&M, which isn't exactly a fraternity, but we definitely did builds. We went all out last year, or I say last year, the last year that we did Chilifest. Yeah, we had a massive build, and I stayed the night because it's kind of a thing where the sophomores every year stay the night out at the build, and so yeah, I spent the night at the build all of Chilifest. I was a wreck, never showered once, covered head to toe in mud. It was the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. Yeah. I had to.
You're describing something so miserable, and you're like, man, what a time.
It was such a blast. I slept, I think, like 30 minutes total. It was also freezing. It was freezing cold. It was like 35, 40 degrees. And I was like, I had jorts that had suspenders and a t-shirt, and I had a do-rag on, and that's all I had. And I was freezing cold. We had cans of green beans that we would set on the generator to get warm. That's how we'd eat the whole time. It was a blast. It was so much fun.
The more you talk, the wilder that gets. Like,
yeah.
I just want to know is, can you bring back the jorts and suspenders for your performance at Chilifest?
You know, I thought about doing that exact thing, but I think I have a better fit for Chilifest.
Oh, okay. We're gonna be doing a fit check with Jacob Stelly.
I know.
You know, the Chilifest fashion.
Yeah.
We need to have a Chilifest fashion show.
I've been going back and forth because the jorts would be cool, but I also got these secondhand overalls at this store, and they are just. I mean, I can't not wear them. I'm just like,
with the paint.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, actually, it's they're like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a full set, top to bottom. They're like blue, and on the back, there's like this pink character on the back. I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. You're just gonna have to see it. It's crazy.
Now I want to see it. Oh my God, yeah. I'm more excited for the outfit. Jeez. No, I am so excited for this moment for you. I feel like you being on the Chilifest stage is bigger than Whiskey Myers. And I don't know if that's a personal thing because I have seen you in every step of your career, but I'm really just so happy for you.
Well, I really do appreciate it. And you really have. You've been there since literally day one. So,
Speaking of which, you finally put together all these songs after all these years onto an album. We haven't even got to talk about your album yet. How does that feel?
it feels great. It feels awesome. It's so weird because, I guess I always thought that an album would be more of a, hey, let's go in and record all these songs that I've written and all at the same time and let's put them out. But it's not how this record happened at all. I mean, this record really was, pieced together over like a 2-year period. And so you've got some songs written on it that were written 2 years before, the last songs on the record. So it's literally just like this snapshot of a handful of songs that I'd written, in order from when I was, I guess 19, 20 to when I graduated and I was 23, so yeah. It's like this like big, I don't know, snapshot into what life was like through those 2 years. So it's cool and I love it. I love it a lot. But all it did really was just light a fire to make more music. So now I'm just like ready for the next stuff.
That makes sense. Really, not everybody, you've gotten a lot of attention these past few years. Not everybody had heard of Time to Kill, and not everybody knew you like we know you here in Aggieland, where, like we were playing your songs on the radio, whereas other people hadn't quite heard of you yet. So I think it was a cool way to gift the fans you made with, hey, here's everything that led up to you finding me now. I think that's really cool. And even some new music coming out. We're going to have even more, but right now on Maverick is Make a Little Room for Me, which is a different sound as well. So you're growing and you're changing. And where's that coming from?
I think that a lot of it has to do with me, like personally changing. And, I don't know. I feel like the music we make now, we go in and we don't really have an image as to like what we want it to sound like. We kind of let the song do its own thing. And even if that means shifting genre a little bit, and going, whether that goes further into kind of a rock aspect or whether it kind of shifts into an Americana thing or shifts more into Texas country. Like we've got kind of songs from all over the gambit. We got a song on there called The Color Blue that I wrote with Parker McCollum, which was, huge for us and, a big milestone for me. And that song is, textbook Texas country. I mean, it's a Texas country swing song, but then you got Make Little Room, which is this like kind of rocky alternative weird thing. So I don't know. It's kind of coming from all over the place.
I like it coming from all over the place. I don't, especially with an artist such as yourself, it's limitless. Don't limit yourself to one thing. Keep it fresh, keep it new. And I love what you're putting out. So I'm excited for more, but I'm even more excited to see you here in a couple weeks. Chilifest Day 2, Jacob Stelly, finally, after all these years, getting to make it. So make sure you keep listening to Maverick to win your tickets. Go to chilifest.org to buy them. And Jacob, we'll check in with you very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.